Well, g'day, Max here again. Welcome back to the shop. Well, this is going to be a series of update videos on the new shop build. So, as of this week, like now, I'll be working predominantly on the new shop full time. So I'll get several weeks working on that as I'm on holidays. So I wasn't lucky enough to get time off during the Corona thing, although that's still going. Our work carried on as normal, so I was quite looking forward to a break there. So, over to the saw. So we don't have our jaws modified yet for taking multiples of round bars, so that's an extra piece that bolts in here that stops them lifting. So I'll just tape them up at the moment and sort of made sure that they're in line here. It's all we can do. It is a modification that I will have to do, so let's get cutting. Okay, well that's going to work out because we're just cutting them to 700mm lengths. Well, I hope you can hear this. It's pissing down rain outside. We had hail just before. So anyway, this is our bender that we knocked up. So what we have here is an adjustable depth stop for our bends. So our first bend is position 1, second bend is position 2, position 3 and position 4 for the final bend. So that allows us to get all our bends in the right location. So all we do is we put our material in there up against the first position depth stop. We just pull the handle around till it contacts the vice grips, which are preset, so the material comes out square. And there we have our first bend. So what I'll do is I'll run through the pile of material here, and we'll get them all bent up into squares. Well, g'day, Max here again. Welcome back to the shop. Well, the new shop. It's been a while since we've had an update on what's happening, but not much has really happened. It seems to take a long time to achieve bugger all. Just checking the storm damage out on the block around the new shed pad. So under these black covers I've got all footings dug out, so I've had to keep them all covered up so my footings don't fill up with water. So no damage out here. I think the worst that we copped is plastic chair blew over. So here's the shed pad. Now this is going to be a 20 metre by 10 metre long shed, plus it will have on this probably from this last marker peg here will come out another 3 metres on both sides for a lean-to, so the roof will form part of the lean-to, and that will happen on both of the long sides. So I'm just going through digging the footings now. So there's 12 of these footings all up, and then we have, this is the underside level of the slab, and then it steps down 75 millimeters, comes along to the string line another 300 millimeters, and then comes up 225 millimeters, and then back along the top, and that'll give us a slab thickness of 150 millimeters, which will be fine. Now there'll be 4 bars of 12mm Rio run in this channel here, so that's for the edge thickening details. So this is 3/8 Rio on 200mm squares, so 9.5mm on 200 square Rio, and that's me 12mm Rio there for the edge thickening. Sorry, that's mesh, I called it Rio. So because of the storms that we've just had, I'm dodging the weather, so you'll see there I've got it covered over on that side, so that's at each session where I finish work I've got to cover it back over because we're in the middle of all this crap weather at the moment. Now I just had the plumber in this morning, and he's dug in the pipes for the dunny. So there's the pipe there for the basin inside the dunny, and in the shed wall we'll tee into that, and there'll be another trough in the shed area. There's a floor waste, the main dunny pipe, and that goes through to that one there will continue on to a leach drain septic system. So we just have an inspection cover there, and that's an overflow. So if you get a blockage, it stops your dunny overflowing. It's an external overflow. It's just capped off at the moment. So this will come through and poke out just underneath our 3-metre eaves on this side. So we'll go over to the other side. Oh, I've set up a level base, so every time I set the laser level I've got a constant place to, a datum point to work off. So we completed all of the formwork, and now we're at the stage where we're going to lay down the plastic and start putting in the Rio reinforcement around the sides, and then the mesh in the middle. And there's the mesh there. It's all gone rusty with the rain that we've had. So well, we got a bit more progress done. So we're starting to get the plastic all laid down for underneath the concrete. And we're starting to do the box mesh that goes around the edge thickening. So this is what I'm wiring up. and this is all goes around the perimeter, and then in the centre we've got a big stack of mesh over there. That's 3/8 mesh, 9.5mm, so that'll cover the rest of it. So a bit more progress for the day. So tomorrow hopefully we'll have all the perimeter mesh in, and be starting to put the grid mesh in. Tying up Rio, riveting stuff. Hundreds of knots to tie in the wire. So makes it easy with the reel here. Carries the wire, so basically all we do is just cut the wire to length, which is the length of the pliers. Match up the ends and just run the fingers down. There you have it. Yeah, I'd rather be in the shop making chips, building a shop, but yeah, it'll be worth it in the long run. Hopefully we'll be pouring, the concrete pours come forward today, so what's it, Friday today, so it looks like we're going to be pouring the concrete Tuesday next week, so things are looking up. Finally got a good break in the weather again today, so beautiful day for working. Anyway, must push on. So this is the last truckload. It's all in, finally. Gonna run out of memory.